already stocked it with diapers, creams, pacifiers, toys, and clothes. I might have been nesting. This time of togetherness was even more meaningful on that day. Daytona is always the first race of a new season, and we had big expectations for the months ahead. It was also the last time we would start a season without a child. We had worked so hard for this baby, spending years of our lives trying and failing to conceive. It felt like this day was the start of a new phase for us, and we took a moment together to take it all in. All that was missing was our son, who at that moment was happily squirming in my belly as I finished our breakfast. After we ate, Kyle was off with his team, and I was ready to exercise. I popped bar class in the DVD player and gently stretched, noticing how much different it felt than before I was pregnant. As I rolled my yoga mat out over the hardwood floors, sweet hints of my now wilting Valentine's flowers drifted across the room. With my feet squishing in the soft mat, I began to move. Exercising is my peaceful time, a personal place where I can be calm and centered and in the moment. During the racing season, 9 months of nonstop travel and tracks every weekend, constantly being pulled in a million different directions, these moments matter. As I moved through the routine, I watched my growing belly in the mirrors decorating the room as they reflected how I felt. Full, strong, and happy. Over the next several months, I often wished to come back to this moment before everything changed. Walking onto the track was like the first day of school. Seeing everyone again after a long off-season was exhilarating. Friends were congratulating me on the pregnancy, and I reveled in the attention. Kyle and I linked hands in prayer, joining the crowd in seeking safety and blessings for the season to come. It was a powerful moment, and as the national anthem and flyover thundered through the track, contentment and pride surged in me. The baby, who had been kicking all morning, now slept quietly in the incredible noise of the massive arena, and Kyle's arm around the small of my back felt like home. By the time I got to my seat in the pit box, the day had turned beautiful, warm, with just a hint of the ocean in the air over the smells of the track. I can't pretend it doesn't make me nervous seeing the man I love driving around a track at 200 miles per hour, just fractions of an inch from other drivers. That morning, I knew it was possible to wreck. I had seen plenty of crashes, huge pile-ups, vicious rollovers, and cars literally disintegrating after hitting walls. Before every race, Kyle and I pray for his safety and the safety of other drivers, asking for divine intervention to ward off this fate. While I had heard of serious injuries and even deaths occurring during races, even in the worst of the wrecks I had seen, the drivers always got out and walked away unharmed. There is so much thought and engineering that goes into safety in both the cars and the tracks that while I could imagine someone getting seriously hurt, it was hard to believe it would actually happen. So when I settled into the pit box and nestled the earpiece that lets me hear the radio traffic between Kyle, his spotter, and his team snugly into my ear, I held high hopes that even if a bad wreck did happen, something that is very common at Daytona, Kyle would be safe and sound, in the hands of an amazing team and a loving God. Unless you've been to a race, you probably don't understand just how big the tracks are. In Daytona, cars scream down a straightaway that is more than a half-mile long at 200 miles per hour, disappearing almost as quickly as they come into view. In a blink of an eye, the small portion of track that is visible to us fills with cars and empties again. A wail that dwarfs the loudest thunder vibrates in your chest as the pack flies by and fades again until their next pass. When the cars were not in that small window, I checked Kyle's lap timer tracker and the TV in front of me intently, liking what I saw. Kyle's spotter, Tony Hirschman, provided a calming commentary in my ear. He expertly guided Kyle through the pack, telling him to go high or low, warning him of drivers to watch out for, and setting him up for a win to start the season.